Hello, good morning to all the leaders of the Billion Coin community, and good morning, all the leaders of Team 5 to Win. This is your man, Mr. Michael, aka Austin Billions. Yesterday, 20th of um, November 2019, Team 5 to Win launched its first Zoom meeting. Because of the hitches, the internet hitches, the network challenges we had, our broadcasting wasn't as clear as expected. So the delivery was poor. So ladies and gentlemen, today I am doing this record to explain and to show the entire community of Team 5 to Win and beyond the mission and the vision of Team 5 to Win. This record, by the grace of God, will explain and expunge all the strategies that we have broadcasted on audios and on text messages in our WhatsApp rooms and Telegram rooms. So we hope to have a comprehensive explanation of what Team 5 to Win is all about. So for any member watching this video, we want to please use this opportunity to beg you to subscribe to this channel. This channel will be so helpful to you. You can click on the bell. As you subscribe to the channel of this broadcast, you will always get a notification each time this channel, Team 5 to Win, upload a record. Now, without wasting your time, let me first and foremost appreciate all the leaders that attended the meeting of yesterday. This opportunity will be now available for both those who were able to attend the meeting and those who could not attend the meeting for some reasons. Right now, some members back room requested for details of agenda that will be discussed at the meeting. Here, I'll be sharing my screen and try to explain them in part. So now let me share my screen right away. All right. Now, Team 5 to Win roadmap. What roadmap is it? It's roadmap to success. This roadmap will be updated from time to time because the leadership of Team 5 to Win is too big and it is full of creative and innovative people. So right now, or for this moment, join me as we go through this brief roadmap. Number one on the table here is Team 5 to Win, the vision and the mission. Then the leadership of Team 5 to Win, which is leadership of 100. Then the Telegram main room. What do we mean by the Telegram main room? This Telegram main room, what does it belong to? It belongs to Team 5. So after this first part, then we'll move into the places where we could see the vision of Team 5 to Win and what it is all about. So always be patient with us. Number 4 is the multiple WhatsApp units belonging to Team 5. What is its usefulness? We shall look into that soon. Online and offline activities of Team 5 to Win. So at this point, I will stop here and let's move into the number 1, which is the mission and the vision of Team 5 to Win. All right. I want to believe that this screen is still being shared. Where is this? Okay. All right, gentlemen and ladies, as you can see from this video or from this picture here, the man up here is helping somebody below, a lady, up to where he is. This is exactly what the helping hand situation of Team 5 to Win and German Life is all about. So there are captions here that we need to read together. Please give me a moment, let's read this. German Life Helpers Global is an online offline networking organization and was born out of the need to build up people financially all across the globe to the point of experiencing high quality in life in all areas of living. The founding members are all networkers who have experienced different kinds of connections all over the world. We have a combined business experience of over 60 years. 60 years of experience by the founders. Together, we believe we can bring a change to the quality of life of our partners. May I say that German Life have regards for the human race, and they have a passionate appeal to ensure that all members who are subscribers to German Life Program International are considered as partners, and their existence meant so well to them. So it is on this ground that German Life believe that all partners are expected to move from levels and levels to another level of life with an improved condition of living. So that is the vision. That is the vision of German Life. You know, when you have an inborn passion to be a participant of what is good, you are likely to embrace a system like this that projects the good for humanity. And because the leaders of Team 5 to Win are people who believe in the good of humanity, and we are expressing the power that every individual has to liberate himself from poverty and enjoy freedom. At this point in time, we meant to do it even aggressively, disrupting every obstructive system. Every system that tries to obstruct our progress, we will disrupt it and make sure that we succeed in our cry to fulfill happiness for mankind. So we are partnering with Team 5, with German Life on the platform of Team 5 to Win to express our determination to succeed in life and our drive to enjoy independency of our human nature. I think I will also read a little bit further because we have this whole day for ourselves. I want to beg that we should be patient. We should be patient with this record. Now, German Life Helpers Global is an online, okay, I've read this paragraph earlier. Let me come to this third paragraph. Starting with our skills acquisition and other trainings to develop our people's skills to food security by encouraging agricultural products. This is what we want. By encouraging agricultural products, there is a lot of power in the community of people. There's a lot we can do within ourselves. When we begin to understand that God has given us a full utilizable capacity to touch into our skills and potentials, expand it for productive purposes. When we realize this, we will stop at nothing unless this is fulfilled. This is a true drive to achieve whatever you desire in life with passion. So this statement from German Life platform is directly speaking to us, and we have accepted it as partners from the platform of Team 5 to Win. Then our online mall for all members and others to obtain goods at cheaper prices. Our partners will surely experience financial upliftment. Financial upliftment. People look for different things in life. I love this part. People look for different things in life in their quest for financial freedom. But in Jama Life, no, they are telling us that there are different ways people look for what they want in life. So now, in Jama Life, whether you're looking for, hello, sir. I will speak to you later. I'm on record right now. All right, sir. So, people look for different things in life, and in their quest just to actualize freedom for themselves. So now in German life, whether you're looking for personal development, properties and others, cash, holidays and travel, business, you can pass on to the next generation. Do you all hear this? That whatever you're looking for in life, I think German Life here is saying that anything you're looking for in life, they are well captured in their platform. That way, whether you're looking for holidays, you're looking for cash, physical cash, you're looking for personal developmental skills, you want to develop certain skills in your life, even for the life of your descendants, your generations, and you want to acquire things you could pass over to next generation as hereditary, as inheritance, look no further. Just come to German Life International. So because of the several aspects of this presentation we need to cover, let's look at mission and vision. Hello, somebody. Please, if you have forgotten, subscribe to this channel. It's very, very important. We want you to be partners of what Team 5 to Win is doing in German Life International. And if you want to contact us, our Telegram link is below this video. And you can also contact us through our WhatsApp number below. Do not forget, you need to work with the team that has found it right. Now, the mission here is we will always ensure we engage in activities that will eradicate poverty. That is the mission of Team 5 to Win. This is helping us a lot. This is not a kind of duplicating somebody's concept. It is something that we want to live for. This is something we want to live for. You see, German Life platform is like a covenant. It's like a vow. Can you see the statement? He said, we will always ensure we engage in activities that will eradicate poverty by empowering our partners to move up to the next higher level in life. One thing I also want you all guys to take note of is the fact that German Life are as humble as anything. They are not as proud as peacock. From their weddings and statements, you can understand the picture on the nature of who they are. In everywhere they made references to us, they call us partners. Hello, they called us partners. They said they would always, it's a vow, it's like a covenant. They will always embark on activities that will eradicate poverty in our life by empowering us who are their partners to move up in life from one level to another level in life, from one level of prosperity to another level of prosperity. You see, I was so much comfortable with this video. In fact, the preparation for this video was that my mind is full of joy for coming in contact with German Life. So I felt so free that I was going to express myself on this platform. Because if you see what I'm saying, you will know that our mindset and our orientation is the beginning of our success. Yes, our mindset and our orientation. I've read it in a book. I've read it in books. People say mindset, orientation is the basis of one's freedom and achievement or success in life. I have never believed them, but now I believe. and I want you to believe along with me. So there are so much to read about the mission. Let's go over to the vision. Let's try to speed up a little bit so we can catch up with the numerous activity we have on this program. So if you're not going to watch it to the end, if you're going to stop somewhere, please, you're free. Pause the video, do something that you actually want to do, and come back to this video, because this video is going to take a little bit of your time. Now, looking at the vision, it said to be dream achievers and a networkers network. It said search out for innovative ways to build up our organization to achieve high quality of life and prosperity. Can I stop here? No, let me go forward. For our partners and the less privileged members of the larger society. You understand? He said, foster an atmosphere. It's a vow. He said they will foster an atmosphere of positive attitude, consistent high performance, joy, and happiness for all partners to achieve what great success and all their dreams. But there is a particular area here I want to call our attention to. It says search out for innovative ways. Innovative ways. Nothing is completely new. That is why when people try to talk about the difference between culture and civilization, we have defined culture and civilization as we said civilization is an improved way of doing things, or civilization is an improved way of our culture. Our culture may actually mean that this is the way we do things for years. Our forefathers, these are the way they practice. These are the things they practice, and it was handed over to us in our generation. But for the fact that we have improved it, no matter the level of improvement, is civilization. For instance, today, then there was a time far back in history, maybe in the Stone Age, communication there was, you look for somebody, he will send a message to deliver to somebody somewhere. The person run the message for you. That was the means of communication. Then at a time come, people wrote letters, sent letters to somebody. The letter was a means of communication. Things kept on improving to this time. Now, the time of letter was a civilization to the time when there was no writing. Today, the civilized era we are now is that we can send messages through phone call without using any human messenger. You understand? Sending human being to go and deliver a message or sending a letter. We've been using WhatsApp, we use phone to do a lot of things. So most of the things we do today have been roboted. So we use robots to do a lot of things. That is why Team 5 said, we are not going to do or embark on the natural way of networking where you go on the street, start contacting people. We may do that for leisure, just to show people that this is who we are, but it's not our basis. Our basis is that we have deployed modern day technology that will help us demystify the difficulty of networking. So that is why you don't have to go anywhere. Team 5 to Win is the best place to be. All right, let me not stay too long on the mission and vision, because I told you guys we have plenty of work to do. But I will try and save your data. See, this is your data, you need to invest it here, because if you invest this your data here, your level will change. Now, leadership of 100. What do we mean by leadership of 100? This is one of the sustainability of our team. We you know, sometime in life you just grew up, you find yourself in an environment that shapes your future. The book you read, the association you keep, there are people you associate with that it becomes inevitable that you must succeed because of the kind of people you associate with. So some of us, we grew up not having any idea at all where the future was headed, and but as time goes on, by sheer privilege, we got to meet other people of like minds. In fact, even when we had no mind, some people picked us up and built us, developed us. And today we are around people of positive mindset. And in fact, I am the least of one of those people you're going to meet in Team 5 to Win. You may just be looking at me, but behind me is gigantic people, pastors, captains of industries, leaders of different institutions and organizations, motivational speakers, you see, bankers. The list are numerous. So when we all came together and then we find that we have hit the target of 100, we have hit 100 people. So these 100 people have come together to put together this platform I'm presenting to you. So the surplusity of charisma that people have, and the quality of people you're going to associate with who have volunteered to give their all to make sure that this system lasts even forever, is a sustainability on its own, that this system will continue forever. Because we are not in a rush to steal or to tap money and flaunt on the streets that we are successful. No, we are building a system. We are building a system, and this system will outlive us, meaning that our children, our generation, our next of kin will come and inherit what we're doing today and enjoy what we're doing today. This is actually the right way to build business. When you build a foundation that is so solid, you find out that sometimes the reason we are poor is because we work hard, and much of what we do not have residual benefits. When you are engaged on wages, something that will pay you on the now, what about the later when you may have been weaker? Many of us, if we had done a system like this, probably 5 years ago, 2 years ago, today we'll be enjoying the dividends of what we did last time. So one of the reasons why our program is unique is the fact that when you are lucky to meet with people with modest mind, people with the sincerity of purpose, you see, it means that you are not playing the football against the referee. When you have a referee that is ready to be fair, just like you're working on, you are investing in a company that the management of the company is very, very willing to be fair. Whatever you invest will bring fruit, will bring forth fruit. But when you invest in a filthy floor, when you invest in a filthy investment here means that the management of the investment are very corrupt and they are ready to frustrate your effort. No matter how hard you work, my dear, all your labor will end up in vain. You will end up in shame because of all your work. In fact, you are being mocked at that. Look, this guy or this woman, you're just wasting your time. Sooner or later, you will hear a network has crashed. The company has folded up. It's because of corruption. You understand? Insincerity. You understand? Greed, dissatisfaction, or outright wickedness. Outright wickedness. Some people just, maybe out of vengeance, some people had been cheated and now they are desperately willing to devour anybody they come across. It is a very bad motive into business. But here, Team 5 to Win did sufficient research to find out that Jama Life International is the very place to be. So now I'm talking about leadership of 100. I think the spelling here is not correct. Okay, all right, leadership of 100. Excuse me. So leadership of 100 here means that you have 100 leaders you're going to be working with. These 100 leaders are stable. They are approachable, they are reachable, and they're fantastic people. Their contact is available everywhere in our platform. Now, let's move over to number 4, which is multiple WhatsApp units. Number 4 here is multiple WhatsApp unit. What do we mean by multiple WhatsApp unit? Multiple WhatsApp units is a unit where we place our advert. Sometimes we force people into those WhatsApp group. Yes, because we say we are aggressive. We don't mind the names you called. call us stupid people, foolish people, we don't care. But we know that God understands why we are doing what we are doing. We want people to see us. We want people to know that the first thing into business is to play safe. Do not think that rushing into business with so much money, you invest 1 million, you invest 10 million, that then success is sure for you. No. Investment of 1,000 naira can bring a difference in your life. I've talked about that. It all depends on the management. So the multiple units of 20, we have 20 WhatsApp units. These 20 WhatsApp units are handled by a fragment of 5 of this top 100 leadership. So each of these WhatsApp units are professionally handled, and in those units, a lot of sensitization are made where you learn to understand what we're doing as fair as possible, and also to ensure that one of the way we market our program is to tell you that you need to abstain from network that will corrupt you, will steal from you, be in a safe place where we are not doing hit and run. So in the WhatsApp unit is where we distribute or share most of the advert of the program, especially when we have Zoom meeting. We invite people to join us on Zoom meeting. So online and offline activities. In the online and offline activities is just a clear explanation of what we've been doing. We've been heavy into online. We've also been heavy into offline. We had a lot of seminar centers across Nigeria, people among the top 100 making waves and creating impact. You see, the future of Team 5 to Win is gigantic. On this video, as I said earlier, if you watch this video to the end, your life will never remain the same, because we are still in the preamble. There's a lot more you're going to see in this video. Just stay tuned. Maybe we should go for a commercial break. Wow. Well, let's look at German dollar. Let's look at German dollars. Yeah. German dollars through TBC. But in talking about German dollar and TBC, let's move to the platform of TBC in order to explain that. All right, you see, this is TBC platform. And when TBC was launched in 2016, 21st of March 2016, TBC came with the vision to eradicate poverty globally. And we learned so much from TBC, especially from TBC blog. We come to realize that we humans have been mortgaged. We humans have been a piece of item in the hands of some political, social, economic elites, and that the wealth that God provided for us all in this world has been stolen by some criminally minded people who are the elite. And the wealth of this world, 99% of this wealth has been hijacked by shenanigans, armed robbers, and they have no conscience at all. The reason why there is scarcity in the world, according to the awareness that TBC brought to humankind, is that there is scarcity in the world because only 1% of the wealth of the world is available for us. So the whole population in the world is scrabbling for survival from the tiny 1% of the world, of the wealth of the world. So a leap into TBC program, you will understand, especially from this diagram, TBC came and arranged this structure to build a total of 1 billion community members, starting from this top 10, top 100, top 1,000, and 1 million. So from this point to this point, from number 1 here to where you have 1 million people, is considered the status of the billionaires. So those who are able to acquire up to 1 unit of TBC and above are regarded as TBC billionaires. Why from this point here down to this billion is the TBC millionaires in Kringle and in dollars. Now, This 1 billion are to be the chief supplier of Kringle to the rest population of the world. And this economy will continue. Now, the value of TBC, right, the value comes from the size of the community. So, and there is this concept that the TBC community adopt called an eleemosynary system. Eleemosynary system I came across for the very first time in the TBC community simply mean that as somebody joined the community, he has added value to the community, and that value is spread to all members of the community. So this kringle, meaning the currency of the TBC community, is this kringle is the currency of the community, is the life wire of the community. So it is the means of exchange of goods and services, and and it solves the problem of solving debt. That is, it is used for payment of debt, and so it is purely money. And so this TBC community is a revolutionary movement. You understand? We can see the modern way that people demonstrate revolution, which is far much better than carrying placards on the street and trying to challenge people with guns, which has resulted to fatal clashes where people die, people maimed, and suffer for injury for life. So the easiest and the best way to liberate ourselves and to express our revolt is to adopt a community developing and building system like the Billion Coin. Now, the Billion Coin goes by the concept that we are unincorporated body politics, independent of external influences. You see, we are also non-ecclesiastical fanatists. So the TBC community said it is not associated to any religion. You understand? So it's a free flow for all. If you are a Muslim, you're welcome in TBC community. If you are a Hindu, a Christian, you're welcome. Everybody has a right to exercise and practice his or her faith. We are not against the government, and we are not also creating an anarchy in the system, but we are only trying to support the government, especially those who have the minds of the poor people, who have a mind for the poor people at heart, who have the poor people at heart. So as you join Team 5 to Win, would help you understand so much more and the empowering system that you can get from TBC movement. The TBC movement has not attained its economy like Bitcoin. Now, the reason I made reference to this, let's go back now. We said here that the value of TBC is from the members of the community. So as more members enter the community, the value of the Kringle increases. So this takes us to the point that we can now remember that every investment has always had recourse for time. So time, even the Bible said it, that time and chance happened to them all. Time and chance makes the difference in all circumstances of life. And that's why even Mr. Abundance one time said in his video that whatever needs justification, it won't escape time. So what I'm trying to say here is that the value of TBC increases based upon the population of the community of TBC. But the only challenge that TBC has, please listen, pay attention and see why Team 5 to Win is the excellent investment that you can sleep with your two eyes closed. As you invest in TBC, your catching out is a little bit in a challenge because the TBC has not gained its economy. But here, where is the German Life platform? Here in German Life, we can moderately say that your investment in German Life is as real as cash. It is immediate cash. So in Team 5 to Win, we see German Life as a short-term goal and TBC as a long-term goal. While our investment in TBC is not easily cashable, our investment in Team 5 to Win in the platform of German Life is immediately cashable. So every system has always required the value product situation or the value product system. People produce products, and when this and that product become a means of establishing a value, the value has always come down to the value of the people. So the people have always been the market, the main market. So some people have felt that they can't do an MLM network, especially the non-product MLM network. They want to do it. But if you want to do an MLM non-product network, why would you want to do an MLM product network? Simply because there's a product there. But have you also forgotten that the main value of the system is on the people? Now, German Life has the ultimate desire and care for the people. And that is why skill acquisition, developmental programs that develops you is more tangible than those products you run after, because some of those products, the prices are not honest. So why not be in a corporate society, in a corporate system whereby sharing and caring is the ultimate? So in Team 5 to Win, under German Life platform, if you come in and you invest in Team 5 to Win by acquiring certain number of German Life accounts, the ball now goes down to the fact that as every system needs people, Team 5 to Win needs people as well. This is the logic you must understand. So as Team 5 raises people, the value of your investment increases. That is why we said it is an MLM investment, not an MLM business network that you have always known. So when we remain faithful to Team 5 to Win and we begin to increase in number, those of you who have come as early as this moment you're watching this video, then you would become supervisors and leaders to the newer people that will come. We are building an entirely complete system of our own where we have freedom to relate with each other and begin to gain resuscitation in all areas of lack and want. Well, let me proceed, and as time goes on to the end of this show, you will all understand. I have a call, but please, I'm on record. So let me go over, as time goes on, you all will understand why you should be with Team 5 to Win. Yes, okay. Let me highlight it. I was talking about German dollar and TBC dollars. German dollars here is that as you come into German Life today, you create either one account as a member, 7 accounts as a leader. We have a strong campaign system that will continue to bring people, and we have a digital way of enlarging our members in the community, which makes us not even to go through any stress. So as this happens, you would oftentimes have income drop into your account. It may not be much at the beginning. There's a common saying that says that a system that pays you $1 will one day pay you $1 million. So do not take the days of the little earning for granted. So now, if every system needs people, TBC needs people. But because TBC is not liquid, we have aligned German Life system to TBC so that as we bring people into German Life, we're converting them into TBC. So these 100 leaders in TBC, 100 leaders in Team 5 to Win are mainly volunteers who want to give out a certain unit of TBC Kringle free as compensation, as reward, as appreciation for you to join Team 5. Team 5 is the only team that is out aggressively to change the world and to make impact. So align yourself with Team 5. You will never, forever regret it. And the time is now. Now, the structure and the strategy. I have talked a little bit about the strategy, but let's look at the structure. German Life Matrix. I think let's consider this as part 2 or series 2 of this record. I told you that this record is going to take plenty of your time. I have acquired your time. So, guy, if you're tired of this video, just press the subscription button. Come back when you're less busy. This video, and by the time you listen to other leaders in Team 5 to Win, you will understand that association matters. If you stay with 9 poor people, you are likely the 10th poor person. Your poverty here starts from the state of the mind. We are champions of our mind. We control our destiny because our destiny is in our hands. We want to live ahead of the future. We don't want the future to come and meet us unprepared. So by the time 10 years come, we will say, yes, we are ready for the 10 years. When we are in our 100th years or 90th year, guy, we will still feel very, very fine because we have laid a very good foundation. And the time to build is now. So I want to take us to the German Life Matrix. German Life Matrix. So for this to happen, join me to look at German Life Matrix. Wow. Now, this is the builder's matrix. Everything we have talked about is boiling down to the matrix system. So this is the matrix system of German Life. If you are coming into Team 5 looked at these circumstances. Now, the very first step, the very first rank in German Life is called the builder level, which is level 1. Now, the entering fee into German Life is 2,000 Naira, which is equivalent to $5. $5. How does this work? From my illustration here, this is Mr. Barry. Now, the formula that German Life adopt is a 2-pattern formula, which is 2x2 formula for the builder's level, which is level 1, and 2x3 formula for the rest of the levels, from level 2 to level 8, before stepping into the infinity. So now, if you are Mr. Barry, and you just register with one account, which is 2,000 Naira. Now, as you get one person on the left, as you get one, you're expected to get 2 people, so that those 2 people get 2 people for themselves. This is something that we don't like to hear about, getting people. And even, anyway, well, for the sake of the explanation, let's go that, because we don't want you to go get people. We have people to give you. Now, if you are Barry, you got, let's say, Basi. Maybe I should write this name down so I don't forget. Okay, you get Basi on the left and Paul on the right. Now, you earn 200 Naira from, ignore this 400. This 400 is the sum total of what you have from the 2 legs, right? This 400 Naira written here is the sum you have for the 2 legs. You understand that much better. Now, 200 Naira from Mr. Basi and 200 Naira from Mr. Paul equals 400. then you have completed level 1 of the builder's stage. Now, it's expected that the level 2 of it, which is the 2 by 2, is that Bassey himself will duplicate by having 2. So these two sides, 200 from each of this side is the sum total of the 400, and the 200 here is the sum total of this 400. So it brings us to 800 naira, meaning that 200 is 4, 200 C's, 200, 800 equals to 800, because the total you will earn at level 1 is 1,200. Some people join with 7 accounts and instantly they earn $3. This explains why you earn $3, because the German basic exchange formula is $1 is equivalent to 400 naira, or let's say 400 naira to $1 to a German dollar. So the $3 you get from completing this stage gives you 1,200 naira. At this point, you have successfully completed the builder stage. So let's go over to the next in rank, which is the Sapphire. All right, now this is the Sapphire. At stage 1, we said that it applies 2 by 2 matrix, and then stage 2, from stage 2 to stage 8, it applies 2 by 3 matrix. I hope this thing is still recording. It applies 2 by 3 matrix. So here, you have to know that you are not getting people from the builder stage. So, and this stage 2 is broken down into 3 levels: level 1, level 2, and level 3. That's what's represented here: 1, 2, 3. So each of these persons you see here is persons that have completed the builder stage. So as you complete your builder stage, automatically your upline, Mr. Barry, the moment Mr. Barry completed that stage 1 as builder, he moves over to Safari. He stands alone. At this stage, he needs people to come over to meet him. So each person that comes over to meet Mr. Barry is coming in with a donation of 1,200 naira. Now, sorry, with 600 naira. 600 naira on the left, 600 naira on the right equals to a total of 1,200 naira. So you are actually earning $1,200 for this level. And that is going to happen again as more people keep coming up from the builder stage to the Sapphire stage. This is exactly what we've been doing in Team 5 to Win. Because we top 100 require that we have to get to 100. So may I use this opportunity to announce to every one of you, and that is why it is very important you spare your data to watch this video so you can come up to speed and understanding everything we do, is that for a few of you who have not earned at all, is because we have just completed the foundation stage. We all came and we have been building the foundation. There is a big testimony for everything we have done so far. We have succeeded in building a very viable foundation for Team 5 to Win excellence. So now, we are beginning afresh. So for those of you who are already feeling like you're tired, hey, don't say it, don't think it. The work just began. We are going to work massively for the future. We hope for the younger ones we care for. We've lost so much on so many businesses. Now that we have found the right one, we will get energy from God. If all strength has lost us, or we have lost all energy, we'll ask God to give us emergency energy. Hello. Wow. So we'll be getting builders to complete up these stages. This is the level 2 of stage 2. So as each person climbs up from the builder, here you have 600, 600, 600, 600 naira. The total equals to $2,400. I want to rush it so I can go to the last part of this show, and then we'll call it a day. So because I feel you're understanding this breakdown. So you have to complete these 3 steps. Now we said level 2 by 3. Now you bring these 2 people. These 2 people bring 3, 3 each. So these 2 people bring 3 here. You bring 3 here. You bring 3 here. You bring 3 here. This is what we mean by matrix 2 by 3. As you can see it here. And from stage 2 upward is 2 by 3. So a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gives you 4,800 naira. So the entire structure here, if you add 1,200 naira, 2,400 naira, and 4,800 naira, it gives you a total of 8,400 naira that Mr. Matthew has been telling you all the while, that at stage 2 Sapphire, you earn 8,200 naira, which is equivalent to $21. So let's go to the next. Now the next to that is the Ruby. At the Ruby stage, it is still a duplication of what happened in stage 2. But at this time, what you earn at each of those levels is higher. So we are going to continue with the structure of 2 by 3. The 2 here, the 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. And it's also broken down to 3 levels: level 1, level 2, level 3. I guess it's as comprehensive as possible. So now, what do you get? Each person coming in from the Sapphire, right now, you know, you graduated from the builder to the Sapphire. Now you will be graduating from Sapphire. Let's assume that the Sapphire room is filled up. So you move over to the Ruby. Some people call it Ruby or Ruby. I don't know, but well, Ruby. So each person that comes up from the Sapphire, you earn a total of 4,000 naira. 4,000 naira. And then from the left to the right, the 4,000 naira is equals to 8,000 naira. And as these 4 people at level 2 of the Ruby matrix, you earn a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplied by 4,000 naira gives you 16,000 naira. So if you calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that equals 32,000 naira. So if you combine level 1, level 2, level 3, is equals to $140, and in naira it is 56,000 naira. So let's go to the next stage. We've just dealt with this. Where is Emerald? We're looking for Emerald. Right here, here comes Emerald. Now, Emerald is where Team 5 number 1 account is right now, the Emerald. This is an achievement that is worth celebrating, and we've celebrated it. Emerald is the level 4 of this structure, and from this level, the goodies come. As you can see, the picture of fridge open here. Oh, sorry. This is diamond. I'm actually going for emerald. All right, this is emerald. All right, as you can see, these are provision stores. These are provisions, you know, macaroni, rice, palm oil, beverages, you can name them. So here at Emerald level stage 4, you are expected to earn a total of 308,000 naira with some bonuses. Now, as you see, the graduation is coming from the most recent rank. The most recent rank is the is the Ruby. And each of the Ruby joining you, Mr. Barry has graduated from Ruby to Emerald. You see, that is what Jama Life defined earlier, that they help you grow from stage to stage, in prosperity, happiness, and plenty. So now, Mr. Barry has graduated from the Ruby stage and is now a Barry. So he's now an Emerald. And at this stage, he will be earning a total of 108,000 naira. And how would that happen? It simply means that one person at a time will be graduating from the Ruby with a sum of what? 22,000 naira per person. All right. And as he gets this, you know, we said earlier that the structure is 2 by 3 from level 2 down to level 8. So this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 3, this is the 3, and this is the 3. So from this level 1, each person here is coming up with a donation of 22,000 naira, and Mr. Barry gets that from the 2 people, and that continues. These 2 people equals to 44,000 for level 1. Then these 4 people multiplied by 22,000 naira equals to 88,000 naira, and the last line here gives Mr. Barry a total of 176,000 naira. If you put all this together, sum up to 308,000 naira. Not ending there, Jama Life would appreciate you for coming tough so far with a voucher worth 50,000 naira. The voucher, you can take the voucher is equivalent to cash. You take this voucher to the one of the biggest partnering company called ShopRite. So they are partner to Jama Life International, just like Hyundai Motor Company, the Coscaris, the Rice Farmers Association of Africa, the Diamond Bank, First Bank. You see, a lot of tough institutions, multinational companies have identified this company, and they're working, even the Hyundai company, the Kia company. So they're working hand in hand with this fantastic company to make business a success. So you walk into ShopRite and pick things of your choice, valued 50,000 naira. So let's move on to the next stage. Be patient, will soon be done with this segment, and we'll go to the last stage. Okay, we now get into the diamond stage. The diamond stage is the stage 5 of it. It is still a repetition of what has happened in previous stages, beginning from stage 2. And as you can see, the structure and the picture is getting more beautiful. This is fridge, this is a generator, this is a phone, iPad, a beautiful one at that. What you earn here is a total of 1.4 million naira. It means that each person coming up, you earn 100,000 naira. So you'll be calculating 100,000 and multiply by the total number of 14 people on this stage gives you 1.4 million naira. And in addition to that, you have a food voucher that will enable you chop for about 100,000 naira. And at the same time, he said non-cash incentive of $1,000 for business, household equipment of your choice. You just pick as many as you can. And from this level, you also get insurance coverage for you as a partner and about 5 members of your family. You see why this is worth doing, ladies and gentlemen. So let us move to the next one. We are rounding up soon. Now the level 6 is Crown Diamond. We have Diamond, we have Crown Diamond. Crown Diamond is level 6 and Diamond is level 5. cash incentive. You have non-cash incentive of about 150,000 naira. Can you imagine that? This is what you take to chop right and chop as much as you like. And you know what 150,000 naira chopping can do for you and your family. You would share even in your street. Now, you also get a mini SUV worth $13,000, which is equivalent to 5.2 million. This is just a reward. And then what you get as your right, in fact, what you get as natural, that's the main earning, is a total of 320,000 naira from just one leader that climbs up from the diamond rank to the crown diamond to meet you. So you have to multiply this. Here comes where you and I do the mathematics together. It's awesome. Maybe you are seeing 4.8 million naira, $11,200. That is my own mathematics, but I want you to do your own mathematics. On this stage, multiply 320,000 by 14 people, whatever the result is. If you have low target, tell us that 320,000 naira multiplied by 14 people is 100,000. Then that's what you get. If it is 100 million, well, that's what you get. If it's 1,500 million, that's what you get. So German Life is a continuation. Now let's move on to the next one. What we have here is ambassador. Hey, this is powerful. At ambassador, what you have is 1.6 million naira per person. 1.6 million naira per person. You see, medical insurance, bam, they will stamp it. You're right. Then also, what do you have? A Jeep. A Jeep. Their Jeep has never been an outdated Jeep. They are usually, in fact, ahead of time Jeep. That is why 2019 car award stroke house award coming up on the 12th of December 2019 is a whole number of over 200 SUVs of 2020 models. So now look at this. You earn 1.6 million, multiply that by 14 people. What will you get? If your calculator can carry it, just get down to it. Let's go to the last page. Right. I think we can take a little time on this. Number one here is that you still get the same insurance coverage. Here you are called a crown ambassador, and this is level 8 of the matrix. Is the highest level. After this is infinity. Infinity is ceremonial. So this is the highest level. At this highest level, you get 112 million million people. 112. Okay, now can you just look at the Range Rover that you get at this level is worth $170,000. $170,000. And what you earn here is a total of $112 million. At this point, I will rest my case. I will rest my case. So just to remind you, for those of you who just joined this record, at whatever time you're watching this record, I want to remind you that subscribing to this channel will be a great service to yourself and to the entire community at large. Our name is called Team 5 to Win, and I'm one of the leaders of Team 5 to Win. We have over 100 leaders in Team 5 to Win, and we are merging up German Life International with TBC and several other programs to make the human life stress-free and for us to acquire certain basics of life. So we are asking you to be part of what we're doing. Subscribe to this channel. Click on the group link, the WhatsApp link at the chat, and the Telegram link below to join us. If there are questions you have, you need clarification, you need registration, join us in the Telegram room, and one of the admins will enroll you into the system. So let's go back to our agenda board. Here is Team 5 Ancillary Civic Responsibility. Team 5 Ancillary Civic Responsibility, what do we mean, simply mean here is that, is it possible to give somebody foodstuff for his family, for himself and his family, give somebody cars, give somebody money, in fact, not even give, share with somebody, and not thinking that you're part of that person's life? That's the question. All the leaders, especially the top 100, are your brothers and sisters. They care for you. They introduce you into the system where life can become meaningful for yourself. You can now walk with purpose, walk with direction, walk with vision. You see, your life begins with a vision. That is why the story about Joseph, you see, I don't want to know the circumstances you're passing through. I am also in such circumstances too. Joseph in the Bible is a typical life story that will enable us shape on our life. David also took action in his days. But talking about Joseph, Joseph was in the circumstances of a pit hole. He was trapped, but he looks up into the windows of heaven and saw blessings. He was motivated by his vision. He was motivated by his vision. His desire to hold on to his vision with passion made him to accept his circumstances for the meantime. He took his circumstances as what is happening to him at the meantime, at the temporal. The Bible says that we are partners, we are partners of the unseen world. So we look up onto what is not seen, because what is not seen is permanent. What is seen is temporal. Then we treat what is seen as casual. That's how Potiphar's incitement against Joseph never killed Joseph. Joseph lived up to fulfill his dream. So if Joseph of many years ago could do that, in fact, we have our own names and we must declare who we are today. It seems that the power holders want to interrupt this light. Let me quickly round up so that in some other time we may talk much more of what we can do. So what I'm trying to say here is that we have mutual concern for the well-being of members, especially in the time of needs. One of our members, Mr. Patrick, could not attend our meeting yesterday, our Zoom meeting yesterday. He texted me and he has been calling me, but I've been he's so busy, I have not responded to him. He couldn't make it up to the meeting. He's a very strong leader in Team 5 to Win. He has helped us in so many ways, in tremendous ways. Because of some health challenge, he was actually hospitalized, and that was why he could not show up at the meeting. And for people like that, it is so important that this video is recorded so that they can go through what everyone needs to understand. And we want to speak to his health, that God will grant him quick recovery. And as a matter of urgency, Team 5 is concerned about the well-being of all members. And as we constitute this system properly, we shall be doing serious visitation to people who are in need, especially our members who are in need. Anything we need to share together in pain and in celebration, our members are our priority. If you have a wedding, you want Team 5 to Win to be there live and direct, assist you in any way, Team 5 to Win will be there for you because you are there for us. That is why I am using this opportunity to ask every one of us in the leadership or as members to take Team 5 to Win seriously. because this is association of welfare movement. We are vibrantly against everything that has made us worry, complain, and all of that. At this time, we are experiencing liberation and joy. No more worry. Worry, no more worry. So let me round up. The last part is cryptocurrency training and trading. Cryptocurrency training and trading has to do with a section we developed, which we're training people on how to understand TBC, how to acquire TBC Kringle, and then how to trade other coins. We also have mini importation activities that we will also use to boost activity in our team. We are a full-blown system of its own. Right now, thank you so much for watching this video. And there is one more thing I want us to share in this video, very, very important, very, very important. And that is our spreadsheet. Our spreadsheet. If you have stayed so long on this video, you can just take a break. You can take a break. All right. Now, this may be the very last part of this presentation. What you're seeing here is the top leadership of Team 5 to Win, titled the 100 Leaders of Team 5 to Win. All these leaders here are account holders with German Life International, and they are, by virtue of being in this list, they are the leaders of Team 5 to Win. In this structure here, this picture you're seeing here is that all these leaders, none of them has attained level 4, which is the Emerald rank. And the only account that has attained level 4 is our #1 account, which oversees every other account in Team 5 to Win. Starting from Mr. Michael, Mr. Matthew, Mr. Chibes, Pastor Mike Ahulu, Soprano, Bednat, Lawrence, down to the last person on number 20 here, Prince Johnson, constitute Camp 1, Camp 001 of the leadership of Team 5. This is where we are actually going to show the love. This is what represents Team 5 to Win. Now, it is my desire as Mr. Michael to get to level 8, level 7, 6, 8, and all of that. Everybody here desires to get to level 8. All of us cannot get to level 8 at the same time. People complain that when people unjustifiably express jealousy in network, and that is how they discourage themselves and discourage other people from doing a network. Why would you on earth think that you will join a system today and the next day you are at the toppest point of the hierarchy? No, you are not fair to yourself. You met people and there should be an orderliness. The reason some network failed is because the top leaders abandon other people along the line, and probably because they too are tired. But I believe that there is no way that people in a team will be abandoned and the top leaders ever still growing. No, because there is a chain. This is like a blockchain. A blockchain technology is the transfer of transaction from one ledger to the other with a chain that makes it a block, and it's indestructible. It is unalterable. So that same way this operates. Our head account is at level 4, and the only way our head account to get to level 5 is by every one of us growing up and having a maximum of 14 people, like we explained in that picture, to occupy the level 4 before the account in level 5 grows. Now, there are people in team 5 who have not earned. If you look at this table, the Ruby, this person has achieved Ruby, this person has achieved Ruby, this person has achieved Ruby. So all of these people selected in this camp 001 are more or less people who are very close to completing stage 3 or who are just entering into stage 3, the Ruby. So today, the only way these people can complete their level 3 is if the community work to push them. Now, we have put a stop to registering with the top account. We have put a stop to registering with the top account to enable all the accounts that are below Ruby to come up. We're starting with accounts like Mr. Lukapam. Mr. Lukapam is one of our strong leaders in JOS. We are not cherry picking. We are not cherry picking. We are picking those who just need a few people to complete their stage and then move to the next. So now this is how our love and sharing should show, and we should all be committed to work without feeling that anyone is compelling the other. So ladies and gentlemen, some of us have achieved our own Ruby. So we are not saying that we want to achieve Emerald. We are not looking for Emerald. We are looking for those who have not achieved Ruby to come into the Ruby position. So now, this is where it becomes a community task. As you're watching this video, I want you to know that Camp 2 has not been built. All of these names and numbers that are in this camp are subject to addiction. We will addict them. So the people within this community of 100 people, we are looking for people who will support the top leaders to help those who have not achieved their level 3 to achieve their level 3. May I also tell you, nothing happens in the community of Team 5 that is completely independent. So if Lukapam here gains member to achieve the Ruby status, it means that several other people, including you watching this video, will begin to earn. We are not talking about me earning. We're talking about the community earning. So if this person earns, this person earns, this person earns, this person earns, we have Sister Julia Ebo from Cross River State. I think she is in Calabar right now. And she's one of the vibrant and active lady in Jamal in Team 5 to win. We have Ernest. Ernest is one of the leaders that has been helping so well in the admin of Telegram. So from this table, once this table is completely filled up with Ruby, we need these leaders to forward their user ID, because we'll be using their user ID for their registration. We are not going to penalize and personalize new people coming. We want to be as transparent as possible, as clear as possible. So if new people are coming beginning from today, because we actually said that once we attain 100 leaders, we'll start filling in the gap. So we had our plans properly mapped out, and we are stepping into accomplishing them step by step all the way. So right now, we want to fill in the gaps. All these people have achieved a certain level of result, but the result needs to be improved. Right now, Mr. Lukapam has a certain number of members in his team, but not complete to achieve Ruby. We will help him complete the requirement to achieve Ruby. So to the next person, so to the next person, so to the next person, down to level 20. Please, this is a sign of warning. to the entire team, because we promise that there's not going to be compromise of any kind. We are not going to compromise on this system. I want to check if this thing is truly recording. All right. What am I saying is this. I want to be sure this thing is truly recording, but no problem. So now the people that will determine, what will determine people that will be in camp 002 will be the number of people that are helping us to lift these people. If you are not helping us to lift these people, you may not be in camp 2. Because one good turn deserves another. If you help me, I help you. Success today is dependent on how much you are able to make other people happy. If you make me happy, I make you happy, together we'll be happy. But if we are in disparity, if we are in argument, if we are not at peace, we may not help each other, and all of us will suffer. So please, I'm appealing to everyone watching this record to be up and doing, to be supportive, because lack of support from you would make you not to be in camp 2. The people that will be in camp 2 will be ably supported by people who would want to be in camp 3. So we'll do to the last camp, camp 5. And when we get to camp 5, we'll design new policies to help raise the new people that will be coming. For now, this is the structure on ground. It is my humble desire that Team 5 to Win succeed and achieve greatness in Team 5 to Win. There may be some other things that are left untouched or not discussed yet. Please do as much as possible to contact any of the admin of Team 5 to Win and to be a partner of Team 5 to Win, so that life can be changed. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for spending this data. And I believe that this moment is worth it, and your life shall be transformed indeed. God bless you. I remain your humble friend, boy, brother, man, Mr. Michael Egbe, aka Austin Billions, billions in dollars. Wow, thank you so much for that video. That was a comprehensive breakdown as promised. That video will be having a regular review of the activities of Team 5 to Win. We'll be going into several broadcasts. We have a lot of voices in Team 5 to Win that will be helping us do justice in the business of relationship. We are out to create relationship and to meet heart and soul of people from anywhere they stay across the world. We have the fairest and the finest platform in the world that you can express your individuality, power, vigor, tenacity, and concentration. All we need is focus, commitment, and be a partner to what is good, and your life will never remain the same. Thank you. Bye.